Okay, everybody. Today I'm going to answer a question that I've been asked several times. So it seems to be an area that a few people are having problems with. Now, the question is, where do I find my student responses? So teachers would have created a worksheet using Google Forms, added that worksheet to their Google Classroom. Students would have answered it. And now the teacher wants to see what the answers or what the responses are that the students have made. So I'm going to show you where to find that. So the quickest way, we will just go to this little Google Apps icon and we click on that. And when we click on it, we will go down and look for, oops, sorry. We're going to go down and look for forms. And we click on forms. And once forms comes to see is in your Google Forms homepage, start a new form, or you're going to see all the forms that you have already created in that account. So if you see, I have several of them here. So we're just going to that I know I've given to my students already. This here is a grade 6 review worksheet, and I'm just going to click on it, and it will open it until that, we'll wait until that worksheet comes up. Right, so here we have, and if you look at the top here, it says questions, and it says responses. And you'll notice beside it, it says 20. So that indicates to me that 20 of my students have responded to this worksheet that was given out to them. There's a worksheet, it was multiple choice, and I had put in the answers, and therefore it was already pre-marked by Google Forms. So then I'm just going to click on responses so that I can see what the students have done, and this is what will come up. All right, so what will come up, you have sections here, summary, you have question, and you have individual. So when you click on the summary section, what you're going to get is a summary of the students' work. So here we go. It will give you on average what's your student. It will, let me quickly speed past this. Let me speed past that. It will give you a summary of what each question. So the first question was, what is the product of 8 and 42? And 65% of my students answered that correctly, and this is how many answered it incorrectly. So it goes and it summarizes each question for you. There it is. So I can see that. All right. And then I can go to question, and I can look at each question. Question one, what did everybody answer? What question? The part that you may be more interested in is the individual. So I'm not going to scroll down to show you what individual sheet looks like because these are my actual students. So it will show you, if you scroll down, you'll see what each of your students did. All right. So that's where you find the responses. So another interesting thing is this thing right here. And this is view responses in sheets. So if you have to analyze any test or anything that you've given as a Google form, you can simply click this here responses, create a sheet, and a sheet will be created for you. So let me let you look at what, once it's downloaded, what that sheet will look like. Sheet will look like. It will give you timestamp here where you see the date and time that the student completed the worksheet. It will give you their email addresses, obviously. It will give you their score. It will give you their name if those were questions that you asked. And it will go through and look at each question and give you the response that the student made. So you are really able to analyze it if you want. Anything additional to what was given you in the summary. So that's basically it. That's where you're going to find the responses to your students' work. I hope this helped. Each one teach one.